EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. This should be a good one to watch. And it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Southern California and the gorgeous SoFi Stadium in the Los Angeles suburb of Inglewood. Good to be in the booth with my partner Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Welcome, and Greg, this is one of those that's worthy of prime time because wide receivers love the spotlight as much as any position group in the league, and we got two guys who shine under the lights here tonight.
And I think where it's going to be really fun and get interesting to watch, Mike, is in those critical situations. The game's on the line, third down, red zone, gotta have it moments. There is no mystery. Both these sidelines, they know exactly where the ball's going, and they're just going to say, I dare you to stop them. These are two prime, elite wide receivers in the National Football League. Night game, prime time, they're looking to put on a show.
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. So the Tampa Bay offense set to work for the first time in this one. And they're led by the #1 overall pick back in 2018. Greg, it is Baker Mayfield at quarterback.
Yeah, you have to feel good, Mike, seeing Baker Mayfield back established as a franchise NFL quarterback. He had such a tough journey these last couple years, bouncing around multiple spots around the league. And then last year, down in Tampa, he has a chance to get them to the NFC Championship game just a few plays away. He continues to play up to his potential. This team's going to be tough to beat.
A short one there to Otten. And he's going to be hit and dropped behind the line. Great push upfield defensively. What a way to start this ball.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
That's caught left side by Otten. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
That one complete. It's the tight end, Otten. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. Gets this one into the hands of his receiver, Godwin. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. They send Evans in motion. On 2nd down, Baker to the tight end, Otten with the grab.
I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon, and frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding the hot hand, and rightfully so. Until this defense proves that they can stop him in the passing game, I expect the quarterback to just continue to go back to him time and time again.
To the left side, to Godwin. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
On play action, Mayfield. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down? The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Now, our run with the rookie out of Oregon. And he's going to have a Buccaneers first down by about a yard. So they pick it up on 3rd and 2.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance. But I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough. And they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
They'll motion a tight end right. Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. From the gun, it's Mayfield. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Nice job bouncing back there on 2nd down. First down, they gave up way too many yards and put them in 2nd and short. And now they can gain some of that back with that sack and brings up 3rd and medium, and the likelihood of getting off the field just went up.
A lengthy opening drive. Now comes to this. It is 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That's his tight end, Otten. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? The reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
McLaughlin's kick is good. And the Buccaneers are out to an early 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
Points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Rams offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out, Greg, by the #1 overall pick way back in 2009, Matthew Stafford.
Stafford was one of those guys, Mike, that I think through the first half of his career was probably the most underappreciated quarterback in the entire league. The talent was always undeniable. But when he was constantly discredited for was just the fact that he was on some really bad teams that were left to play really irrelevant football down the stretch. Immediately changed that narrative the second he joined a championship roster. Now, he's just trying to see if he can add some more hardware to that resume and solidify that legacy even further.
And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
On the ground, former Notre Damer Kyron Williams. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Playing close quickly. And here comes third down. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. He's going to look deep, going to Cup, and he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. A big play from Stafford to Cup, 36 yards.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Out of the shotgun, they give it to Williams. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. The Bucs have the early lead. We're back in Southern California in a moment. On second down, a run with Williams. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for third down and 5. Working out of the gun, Stafford. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Hardy's kick is good. And the Rams will tie the game at 3 apiece.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Field goals for both sides on their opening possessions. 3-3 as this one's kicked away. On the return is Sean Tucker. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Buccaneers offense going to take over now for the second time. They'll set out in search of a first touchdown in this game. Just a pair of field goals to show. It's 3-3 as they start 1st and 10. Baker gonna give it to Irving. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. They put a receiver in motion to the left. A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Now, screen set up for Irving. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive lineman to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all three levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
He's got his man, right side, it's complete. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Got a man left side. It's caught. He is in. Cade Otton. Touchdown, Tampa.
Just a beautiful ball there by the quarterback. And the point I want to make here, Mike, and make sure the viewer understands is, in the NFL, if you have to wait for a guy to be open and then deliver the ball, it's too late. So often these quarterbacks throw their guy open. They anticipate where the void in the coverage is going to be. That's exactly the reason this play worked out here, Mike, and he's able to connect here for a big touchdown.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bucs take a 10-3 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Rams offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. Just the lone field goal for them so far, down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. That'll be taken in. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Throw right side, hauled in by Cup. 12 yards on that hookup. First down, L.A.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. A shotgun snap to Stafford. Pass is completed to Cup. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
On the carry, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Two minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. To throw is Stafford. Hupp brings it in left side. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal. And at the very least, got to come away with some points.
A chance here to draw level before the break. It's 1st and goal. On the play fake, here's Stafford. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Here's another shot from the 6 at 2nd and goal. Stafford. He's got it at the 3. And he'll take it on in. Cooper, Cup, touchdown, Rams.
Now remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Joshua Carney comes out now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Rams will tie things up. It's now 10-10. All level at 10 as this one's kicked off. Now it's Bucky Irving to return. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins, 1st and 10. Throwing is Mayfield. Quickly to the outside and complete.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Second down and 3. They send Godwin in motion. Throwing on second down, Mayfield. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
From the gun on third down, it's Mayfield. 15-yard pickup there. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points. Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. Back to the air, it's Mayfield. Get this complete right side to Otten. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. Quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
They'll throw here on third and short yardage. That one complete. It's the tight end, Otten. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. To throw is Mayfield. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he's in! Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
McLaughlin now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Bucs go up by 7. It is now 17-10. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This will be returned from the 6. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Here comes Cooper Kupp and the rest of the LA offense set for this next Rams possession. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried in the first half, it hasn't worked. Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10. Stafford now. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And that screen slow to develop, and they rally to the ball and stop him. That will be no gain on the screen. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now it's Stafford. That's to Robinson. He's got it. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. First and 10. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. So on comes Joshua Carney to try this field goal. Spotted at the 45. This is a 55-yard attempt. And that is no good. He missed it. So we have reached halftime with these two teams separated by a touchdown. As we send you back east to sunny Florida. Standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report, it's the coach, Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Michael, thanks very much as we welcome you into our downtown Orlando studios and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half, about to get started. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Rams offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. Find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with first down and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Second down, it's Stafford. There's a short one taken in by Higbee. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Stafford now on third down. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. A first down throw for Stafford. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll fake the handoff. Now Stafford. That is caught downfield by Cup. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick, because that ball is coming out.
He'll get this complete. It's Cup again. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. To the air again. Stafford. That is left side and taken in by Allen. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one?
And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Kyren Williams. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Carney now to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Rams will come back to tie things at 17. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Irving now on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and we'll try to sustain it here down the stretch. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They send Evans in motion. Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8. A give. This is Irving. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
It's not just the blockers creating yards for him out there. He created most of that yardage on his own, shrugging off the initial tackle attempt and continuing to rumble downfield.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Right back to Irving. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Cameron Kitchens there to bring him down. Second and 7. Receiver in motion, headed left. On second down, Baker. A short one there to Otten. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
He was trying to fit that one into Mike Evans, and it's going to lead to fourth down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Matthew Stafford and the Rams offense getting set to go again. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Off play action. It's Stafford. That is caught. It's Robinson. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
Cup in motion. Play action now for Stafford. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. They get 24 on that one. First down, L.A.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. He finds Hupp along the out route. And he's going to be taken down.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves first and goal inside the low red zone.
Ball resting on the 9. First down and goal. From the gun, here's Stafford. Hupp brings it in left side. And he's going to be out of bounds here on what will wind up being the final play of the third quarter. Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. Stafford to throw again. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. He's got it at the 3. To the goal line and in. Cooper, touchdown, L.A. That is 2nd touchdown tonight. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
On comes Joshua Carty for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Rams will go up by 7. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. He'll get across the 20, broke him down to the 23-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and their running back Bucky Irving ready to hit the field again. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and they've made him a real weapon in the passing game. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll run with Irving. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That is taken in by the veteran, Mike Evans. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
That's caught left side by Otten. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
They face 2nd down and 7. They send Godwin in motion. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
They need one right now. 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Oh, and once again, the pressure too intense. They get him down again.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
The Buccaneers getting their punter out there. Will be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Rams offense and Matthew Stafford heading back onto the field. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And he'll work his way forward to about the 21. Here's 2nd and 9. It's another run here for Williams. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. They get 14 on that hookup. Good for a Rams 1st down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up 1st downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
That is hard. And he will score. DeMarcus Robinson. Touchdown, Rams. Carney now to add the extra point. His kick is good. And the Rams will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. To return is Tucker. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Buccaneers offense getting set to get back to work. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
They'll drop to throw. A pass, it's complete. It's Shepard.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
It is 2nd down and 5. To throw is Mayfield. Oh, what a throw, slinging it across his body and complete. Now the Bucs will take their first time out, and they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Baker to throw. Now, screen set up for Irving. They smelled the screen and took care of it. Blown up in the backfield.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
Defense has a chance to all but end this game, but they can't secure the interception, and now the offense has new life. But is there enough time? Do they have enough opportunities still to find themselves in position to go try to pull this one out?
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's going to be caught. And that's not going to work. The defense comes up with a 4th down, 4th quarter stand, and forces a turnover on downs.
So the key to this play is when you're going to play pass coverage and you're going to drop in depth, you have to understand if the quarterback drops the ball off short, you need to rally tackle. You need to limit the run after the catch. Don't let that receiver pick up the first down. That's exactly what this defense was able to do in this situation. Tackle him short of the chains, force the turnover on downs.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. On the ground, this is Williams. And not a whole lot there as he'll get to midfield, and that's all. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Williams. The Buccaneers forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, and it comes with exactly 1 minute left in the game. Here's a 3rd and 10. They'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play.